Crucian carp, a simple fish, right? A pond, reeds, a float. Now here's the twist. There is a fish that can survive for months without oxygen, trapped under ice. And that fish is the Crucian carp. While others suffocate, it survives. So the real question is, why does nature need a fish like this? First, an important clarification. The word Crucian carp is often used loosely. There is the native Crucian carp, Carassius carassius, and there is the Prussian carp / silver Crucian carp, Carassius gibelio, which is invasive in many regions and can displace native fish. But ecologically, Crucian carp play one key role. They connect the bottom, the water column, and predators into one working system. Let's break it down. 10 functions, clearly explained, and 10 facts that usually surprise people. 10 functions of Crucian carp in nature. 1. A core food source for predators. Crucian carp are key prey for pike, perch, and other predatory fish. When Crucian carp are abundant, predators remain stable. When they disappear, predators shift pressure to other species, changing the entire balance. Think of them as background fuel, rarely noticed, absolutely essential. 2. Regulation of zooplankton and benthic invertebrates. Crucian carp have a broad diet. Zooplankton, small bottom invertebrates, algae, and plant material. By feeding on this small stuff, they influence water clarity and food web dynamics. 3. Organic matter recycling. Crucian carp consume detritus and organic particles. They convert waste into biomass that re-enters the food web. The system runs faster. 4. Bottom disturbance with consequences. While feeding, Crucian carp stir up sediment. This changes conditions for bacteria, larvae, and worms. Important nuance: in small, shallow ponds with very high carp density, this can increase water turbidity and reduce plant growth by blocking light. Balance matters. 5. A bridge between vegetation and predators. Crucian carp live in dense vegetation. They feed there, hide there, and get hunted there. Plants to Crucian carp to predators. A simple but powerful link. 6. Competitive pressure that shapes fish communities. Crucian carp compete for food and space. This competition is a natural filter. However, invasive silver Crucian carp can dominate communities and displace native species. Context is everything. 7. Keeping difficult water bodies alive. Crucian carp survive in oxygen-poor ponds, swamps, and shallow waters. Because of them, these habitats don't become lifeless. Fish remain, birds remain, predators remain. 8. A buffer during environmental stress. During harsh winters, heat waves, or oxygen crashes, Crucian carp often survive when other fish die. They act as an ecological backup, preventing total food web collapse. 9. Shaping predator behavior. Where Crucian carp are present, predators change their hunting strategies, locations, and seasonal activity. Ecosystems are not just who eats whom, but how everyone behaves. 10. Indicator of oxygen stress. If Crucian carp remain while other species disappear, it often signals low oxygen conditions or environmental degradation. Not a universal rule, but a strong ecological clue. 10 fascinating facts about Crucian carp. 1. They can survive months without oxygen under ice. In cold water, Crucian carp tolerate complete anoxia for extremely long periods. Few vertebrates can do this. 2. They convert waste products into ethanol. Yes, ethanol. Crucian carp possess a unique biochemical pathway that converts metabolic byproducts into ethanol during oxygen deprivation. It's like running an emergency generator when power's gone. 3. Masters of quiet adaptation. They can live for years in small ponds where oxygen nearly disappears every winter. No drama, no migration, just adaptation. 4. They change body shape when pike are present. In the presence of pike, Crucian carp can develop a deeper, taller body shape, harder to swallow. Pure evolutionary engineering. 5. Their natural diet is extremely broad: zooplankton, Bottom invertebrates, plants, algae. That flexibility explains their resilience. 6. Silver Crucian carp can be highly invasive. In many regions, they spread rapidly and dominate fish communities. This is no longer a cute pond fish. It becomes ecological pressure. 7. Some populations use unusual reproductive strategies. Certain silver Crucian carp populations show reproductive modes that allow rapid expansion. Details vary by region. 8. Crucian carp ponds follow their own rules. Crucian carp can influence water clarity, plankton composition, and plant survival. They help define how the ecosystem behaves. 9. A model organism for science. Because of their extreme anoxia tolerance, Crucian carp are widely studied in physiology and biomedical research. 10. Crucian carp are not one-story native Crucian carp in natural ponds. One role. Invasive silver Crucian carp at high density. Another role. That's why Honest Ecology always asks one question first. Which species and in what balance? Conclusion. Crucian carp are not just pond fish. They are connectors of freshwater ecosystems. They feed predators, regulate small organisms, disturb and shape the bottom, and in extreme conditions, they keep the system alive. But when invasive forms dominate, they can become a problem. As always, nature favors one thing: balance. If this was useful, subscribe. Here we explain animals so you can see who truly keeps ecosystems running. And write in the comments, did you see Crucian carp as simple fish before? Or do you now see them as survivors and ecosystem engines?